I'll use the Duke Ellington as an example. When I was arranging the music for African Flower, I had to really step back and think about the concepts that I learned from Duke Ellington and Billy Strayhorn, and really be respectful of the tradition that existed. So not only did you have to know the pieces inside out, know the different recordings and how they looked at it, but also look at how other artists interpreted their music. And in the process of doing that, really, and going to the Smithsonian, getting Ellington scores, going through them and being able to copy them and taking them home. I did a lot of research because that's one of the central tools that an artist has. How deep is your research skills? That doesn't mean that it has to fit in an academic concept, but it means that, you go through all these different processes to get to the point where you can offer the art with a sense of security. Because how many great versions, there's a lot of great interpretations of Duke Ellington's music, done. Sarah Vaughan, I mean, how are you going to forget it? Trying to stack up against Sarah, it's like, forget it. So one of the things you got to do that it forced me to do is really come at a different angle and try to do something very different. So I tried to take the Ellington effect, what Strayhorn called, and taking the musicians. So I took musicians from my age group and mixed them with grandmasters like Arthur Blythe, like Sir Roland Hanna, Billy Hart. Those are three of the best, And then I have all these young guys around them, And Olu Dara, I have to put with that master category because, oh my God, I love Olu.
Yeah.
Wow. And so and then put everybody in it, sort of gift wrap the music for them. That's what Ellington was such a genius at. And he could bring out other aspects in the players that they didn't even know that they had within them because he was looking into them so deeply. He had like a real special gift for understanding musicians' capabilities and what they could offer that was truly unique. And so I tried to take that concept in the arrangements. But this is only for Ellington. I'd approach somebody else, I would approach Mingus completely different because it's a whole other set of circumstances. The second thing I did was to take Thelonious Monk plays Duke Ellington. And that was the highest model I could find for trying to get at the goal.
Wow.
Because there was so much Monk in the music, and Sir Roland could play anything, not only in jazz, but also he studied chamber music with Isidore Cohen of the Beaux-Arts Trio.
No way.
So
Wow.
he had classical chops.
Oh, wow.
He, the other thing, played ragtime and wrote ragtime beautifully.
Whoa.
So he could go to all of these places. So we're doing Black and Tan Fantasy, and he's playing Harlem Stride and killing it and switching up the hands and to where instead of them just being symmetrical, they're sometimes asymmetrical, because you usually bounce back and forth between the left and the right hand. And he has the right hand going twice, and he's just doing all of these different things, and it's like, wow, what? And Olu told me when we were doing Black and Tan Fantasy, he said, boy, I love you. He said, I've loved this piece since I was a little kid, and now we've finally got I finally got the chance to play it. And it was just, I don't know, that music has such power. And so, and in Strayhorn's Strange Feeling, I thought that there was it was all over the map. And the words are so, to me, they sounded expressionistic. And it was one of the most chromatic pieces of Strayhorn, and I was sort of wondering is there a little bit of the fragrance of Arnold Schoenberg in the music, a little bit. So I thought about that, and I took certain whole tone things that were in his music that Monk grabbed. And then with Strayhorn, you have all these parallels to the harmonic language of Maurice Ravel. Like Chelsea Bridge is very connected. And I'm not saying that Strayhorn heard it and took it. I think they arrived at the same location.
Right.
Because I think later he heard it and went, wow. But some of the harmonic progression of Chelsea Bridge and Valse Noble et Sentimentale, the second movement, I believe, if my memory is correct, and you'll hear parallels in the harmony. So I took some of that Ravel reflection, a little bit of the chromatic reflection of Schoenberg, and mainly the Monk reflection, and sort of put it all together. Wow. You know, and those kinds of mixes, that's what you do. It's like almost having a huge library and being able to pull off a book from a certain culture, and then you take another book from another culture to get this one paragraph in a short story you're writing exactly perfect. So where the cultural connections of the multiculturalism that's being in practice is coming with authority from each source. It's not a filigree connection, you know, where you're just taking the surface, but you're digging down deep. And there's a certain chord that Strayhorn used, minor chord with a major seventh, that Ravel also used to great effect. Mahler used it also in the Sixth Symphony and the Ninth Symphony. And when they get to this chord, it's like something really special happens in the music emotionally because of the color of the chord. So you can pull all of these seemingly disparate sources together into a singularity that reflects sort of your vision. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. It's amazing I love asking these questions about compositional process because I find it's like one of the most interesting things to talk to musicians about, how it actually, how you actually do it, how you actually put it together. I mean, it's fascinating.
I recently was commissioned to write a piece for Gloria Chang, and she commissioned 5 composers coming out of jazz, and one of the things that she said...
Was that the thing they performed at Colburn late 2023 or
exactly.
Yeah.
Were you there?
I was there, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's when we met.
No, but then I met you after that. Yeah.
But she said jazz musicians always give up their sources. And while she's learning the piece, I got this from so-and-so. This came from Bud Powell, you know. She said, but classical musicians want to feel like more like...
They're the one who came out with it themselves.
Yeah, they want to claim all the originality. It's like we give up our sources.
Yeah, I mean, it's more honest. Yeah.